Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm bringing you the latest updates in the world of sports. From martial arts, MMA, boxing, and wrestling, we've got you covered. We will also feature a channel review at the end. But first, please like and comment on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And share this video with someone you think might be interested. Let's jump right into it. First up, we have the martial arts event 1 on Prime Video 6, Superbon vs Alizov, which took place on January 13th at the Impact Arena in Bangkok, Thailand. The result was Chingiz Alizov defeating Superbon by KO through punches in round 2. Next, we have the UFC Fight Night, Strickland vs Imavov, which took place on January 14th at the UFC Apex. In the main event, Sean Strickland defeated Nasruddin Imavov by decision in the light heavyweight division. On January 21st, the UFC 283 event took place at the Junas Arena in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. For the light heavyweight championship, Jamal Hill defeated Glover Teixeira by decision. In the flyweight championship, Brandon Moreno defeated Divas Figueiredo by KO punches in round 3. We also had a boxing match on January 7, 2023 between Gervonta Davis and Hector Garcia at the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. Gervonta Davis emerged victorious with a TKO in round 9. Another boxing match took place on January 14, 2023 between KSI and FaZe Temper at the OVO Arena in Wembley, London. KSI won via KO. On January 21st, Chris Eubank faced Liam Smith at the AO Arena in Manchester, UK, with Liam Smith winning via TKO in round 4. And finally, on January 28th, Artur Beterbiev faced Anthony Yarde at the OVO Arena in Wembley, London in a boxing match. Artur Beterbiev won via TKO at 2:01 of round 8. In the world of wrestling, we had Noah's the New Year 2023 event on January 1st in Tokyo, Japan. The main event featured the final Noah appearance of the Great Muta before his retirement ceremony, which will occur on February 21st, 2023. He faced WWE's Shinsuke Nakamura in a losing effort which concluded in little over 18 minutes. The match ended after a green mist in a Kinshasa. In NJPW, Kazuchika Okada defeated Jay White to win the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, and Kazuchika Okada and Kenny Omega defeated United Empire. Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks in WWE, made her NJPW debut. On January 6th, AEW's Battle of the Belts 5 took place in Portland, Oregon. Orange Cassidy defeated Kip Sabian by pinfall in a singles match for the AEW All-Atlantic Championship. And finally, on January 28th, WWE's Royal Rumble took place in San Antonio, Texas. For the Royal Rumble matches, Raw's Rhea Ripley won the women's match, becoming the first woman to win the match from the number 1 spot, as well as setting the record for longest time spent in the women's Rumble at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 8 seconds, while Raw's Cody Rhodes won the men's, which was the opening bout. Roman Reigns retains the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. But there is major drama within the bloodline. Looking ahead, this February is packed with incredible events happening all over the world. Let's take a look at some of the most anticipated events of the month. Starting off with boxing, Amanda Serrano will take on Erica Cruz on February 4th at the Hulu Theater at MSG in New York. Next up is Ray Burgess vs. O'Shaquie Foster, taking place on February 11th at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio, Texas, US. On February 10th, celebrity boxing takes the stage with Jose Aldo vs. Alberto Emmanuel Zambrano, taking place at the Nova União Upper Arena in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. In London, UK, David Adelai will take on Dimitro Bezos on February 17th at the York Hall. Lee Wood vs. Mauricio Lara will be held at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham, UK on February 18th. Celebrity boxing reaches new heights on February 25th, with Floyd Mayweather vs. Aaron Chalmers at the O2 Arena in London, UK. Adrian Broner vs. Michael Williams Jr. will also be taking place on February 25th at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. Also on February 25th at the Armory in Minneapolis, the main event will be Subriel Matias vs. Jeremy Ponce, with a co-main event of Stephen Fulton vs. Brandon Figueroa. Celebrity boxing continues with Jake Paul vs. Tommy Fury, taking place in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on February 25th. Mixed martial arts fans can look forward to Bellator 290, Bader vs. Federer 2 on February 4th, taking place at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California. UFC Fight Night, Lewis vs. Spivak will also be taking place on February 4th at the UFC Apex. 1 on Prime Video 7. Lineker vs Andrade 2 will be held on February 10th at the Jakarta Convention Center in Jakarta, Indonesia. UFC 284, Makhachev vs Volkanovski will take place on February 11th at the RAC Arena in Perth, Australia. UFC Fight Night, Vera vs Sandhagen will take place on February 18th at the UFC Apex. Bellator 291, Amosov vs Storley 2 will be held on February 25th at the 3 Arena in Dublin, Ireland. Finally, UFC Fight Night, Krylov vs Spann will also be taking place on February 25th at the UFC Apex. Wrestling fans can look forward to WWE's Elimination Chamber on February 18th in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Noah's Keiji Muto Grand Final Pro Wrestling Last Love will be held on February 21st in Tokyo, Japan. Get ready for an incredible month of sports and don't miss out on any of these exciting events. Then looking at the channel, it's been an amazing month since I started this channel. My most successful video was actually my first one, It's Still Surreal, and I was also pleasantly surprised by the numbers on the Federer video. I really believe in the content I've been putting out there, and I'd love for you to check out my Bolsonaro video and my UFC roster watch video if you haven't already. They are 2 of my favorites and I know you'll love them too. I also recently dropped 2 videos for Bellator 290 and UFC Fight Night, Lewis vs Spivak. I'll have links to them at the end. Moving forward, I'm going to keep exploring MMA stories and also dive into different sports and business topics. I'm also planning to do more culture-focused videos like my Dana White video. I'm always open to new ideas and suggestions, so if there's anything you'd like to see, please leave a comment below. Thanks for all the support so far. If you like what you see, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'm looking forward to continuing this journey with all of you. And that concludes our sports and channel update for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.